Hello, my name is Soggy Boy, and welcome to my new series called Horrifying Creepypastas. Today on the first episode of Horrifying Creepypastas, we're going to be looking at a creepypasta called The King of the Hill. Obviously, this is a spin on the TV show King of the Hill, but as you will see in this first creepypasta, it starts off with a man about in his mid to early 20s, early to mid 20s. And he used to really enjoy King of the Hill when he was a young preteen in about the early 2000s. So he decided to go to a thrift shop one day, and he actually found a King of the Hill complete first season CD. He saw they were only selling it for about $1. So he decided to pick it up. And upon bringing it home, he put it in his really old DVD player. Put it up, and there was a menu screen, and everything looked all normal. And there were select episode, play, and play all. So he decided to just play all, as he planned to have binge watch them all night. The first episode plays, and already things weren't normal. The episode starts off, and it's just Hank Hill sipping on his beer. All of a sudden, after about a minute, the music starts to get really eerie. And his eyes started to go black. All of a sudden, he turned to the TV screen. Static sounds are now playing, and he started to read out the man's full name and date of death, and how he was going to die. All of a sudden, the man was very freaked out, but he decided to just ignore it and say it was probably a bootleg. But he decided to play the second episode, and all of a sudden, the following played. The man decided to play the second episode, but soon found out that it was even worse. The second episode starts off, and it's Bobby sitting in his room. But then Bobby, after a minute, he looks at the camera with his face becoming oddly realistic, as the man describes. And over the course of several minutes, his heavy breathing slowly becomes wheezing, and then horrifyingly painful moaning noises, then with a scream with every exhale, starts to get louder and louder. And then blood begins to run out of his orifices until it then just cuts to static. Okay, so then the man decided to take out the CD and put it back in. And he decided to play the third episode. And then he decided to play it. And the third episode was only even worse. The third episode starts off where Hank Hill is just sipping his beer again. But this time it took a different turn. He reached out of the TV screen with his hand and absorbed the man's soul. Hank Hill's hand reached out of the TV screen and grabbed the man, absorbing his soul. He was trapped in Ireland for 7,000 years, being forced to sell propane and propane accessories. The man finally vanquished him by throwing a charcoal at him, and went back in time to undo the future that was Hank Hill. And then, after that, fucking asshole, the man broke the CD in two and threw it in the trash. So, what did you think about that creepypasta? I think it was actually pretty realistic, like totally believable. Like, I believe it 100%. Like, seriously, that, like, people do crazy shit like that. Alright, this has been enough for, today's Horrifying Creepypastas episode. Join me next time when I review another creepypasta.